how are you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to Melbourne, and I understand this is the very first time for you to be here in Melbourne.
Yes.
So how's Melbourne treating you so far?
So far, so good. We got here yesterday, so I'm just battling the jet lag. Otherwise, it's beautiful. It's my first time in Australia. It kind of reminds me of Canada, where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it feels good, yeah.
So Melbourne is not that warm or cold than Canada, right? So which one do you prefer?
Well, I don't know because it's cold today. It's cold like this in Canada too, but it snows in
Yeah.
Toronto. So I heard that you guys don't get snow.
No.
Yeah,
We
but
do get like around 0 degrees, but nothing negative. like
okay,
Canada.
so then it must be, yeah, then it's definitely colder in Canada. But I heard your summers are really nice,
Very
so can't wait to experience that soon. Yeah.
You're gonna come back again to Melbourne. And first of all, thank you so much for having this interview with us at
Thank you.
KIW TV. And a very warm welcome to Melbourne and to Indian Film Festival.
Thank you.
So I have been just going through, before even catching up with you, I have been going through your timeline and your journey. So you started as a singer and a dancer, and then later on moved to acting.
No, I started as acting first,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and then I moved into dancing, and then I moved into international singing career, and now I went back into acting. Yeah, but I'm not doing everything simultaneously.
Nice. So you're a super talented girl with so many things just in one house.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
so which one is more inspiring to you? Acting, dancing, singing?
A lot of people ask me that question, and I always say I don't choose, because the reason why I wanted to pursue a career in Bollywood was because I always felt Bollywood is an industry that had all three together, you know, so you could act and dance and probably sing a song at the same time, you know. So that's what I loved about Bollywood, and that's what I felt made Bollywood unique, and that's why I pursued a career in Bollywood. But I would not be able to choose, because I use all three skills in one. So when I'm dancing, I am using a certain acting skill, which is conveying emotion and feelings without speaking. It's only through facial expressions and body movements. And even when I'm singing in the booth, there's a certain level of acting that's required, which is projected through your voice. And if I didn't have a certain acting skill, I would have really struggled in the singing booth, you know. And when I'm acting in Hindi cinema, there's a certain level of dancing skills that's required when you're doing, you know, the songs as an actress. So all three is necessary. Yeah.
And one thing about you is very special in a sense when it comes to the item songs and all the songs that you have done. So with revolution and changes to the Bollywood industry,
Yeah.
that thing, that spice that you have brought up into the market, it's totally outstanding.
Right.
Like it's very hard for anyone to imitate your signature
Thank you.
dances.
Thank you. I
Right? So
appreciate it.
how do you train yourself, like in terms of getting this choreography done, and how special is it to you in your performance?
Oh, it's so special, and I think it's also very crucial in my performance, and also in the you know, my journey of my career. I worked really hard in terms of presenting my songs. I don't consider them as item songs. I consider them as dance and performance-oriented songs, and that's why, like you said, it is difficult to imitate, you know, my hook steps or even the style in which I perform the songs. And every song I perform differently according to the genre of the music and the genre of style that we choose, dance style that we choose. But you know, it is important because you only get 4 to 5 minutes on screen to
Yeah.
prove
To
yourself,
perform,
yeah, and to catch the attention of the audience. And it's not really easy to do that in 4 minutes, right? But
It's such a hard work because the moves that you come up with, like the signature moves,
Yeah.
it's very hard to imitate. Trust me, like entire world.
I actually started doing that because I wanted to raise the bar in terms of performance when it comes to songs, because songs are used to promote the movies, right, and to market the movies, and a lot of the times the songs allow for the opening of the film on a Friday, right, so they garner a lot of attention, and I never wanted my songs to just be like, oh, she looks hot, nice. I really wanted to raise the bar. I wanted to increase the type of performance. I wanted people to push their selves, you know, like dancers and non-dancers. I wanted to also introduce different dance genres in our movies. So yeah.
To be honest, like every songs that you have done, it have got something on the table, like
Thank
literally
you.
on the table that nobody
Thank
can
you.
ever touch.
Thank you.
Okay, so coming back to your timeline from where you started and where you are right now. So how do you see yourself? Like if you have to describe yourself in one word from where you started and where you are, how will you describe yourself?
I would just say evolutionary. You know, I started off acting when I came to Bombay. That was my first film, was in 2014, and I followed it up with other films. They didn't work for me, but I was still adamant to click somewhere somehow. I did South songs after that. Not being a trained dancer, but I still kind of just pushed myself and blagged it, you know. And I just evolved as a dancer while I was just doing all this, you know. And then I realized, okay, well, maybe this could be used as a USP to get into the industry further. And anything that came my way, I did reality shows in between, you know, Big Boss, Chalak Dikhla. And actually, when I went into Chalak as a contestant, I feel that's where I evolved as a performer, because that's where I started to get some sort of training. Before, it was all like on the spot or just looking and imitating, observing and imitating. But when I did Chalak as a contestant, as I was competing, I was learning. So after I got out of the show, I really came out as a more evolved performer, and I did music videos after that, you know, which did really well for me. And people started to notice me. And then I got an offer to do songs and movies, and I said, let's just do this, even though I actually really wanted to do acting first, and that's why I came to India. But I reached a point where I said, I can't allow people to dictate how my journey is going to go, so I'm going to do it my way. And I'm sure it's going to work for me. And when I started doing songs and movies, I went into that with the mentality of, I'm going to really raise the bar and I'm going to make everyone notice me.
So when you received the invitation to be here on Indian Film Festival, so what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Oh, first thing I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited because I'm coming here as an actor. You know, I had a movie called Mudgaon Express, which released this year and did really well, and I played the lead. I'm going to be screening it here in Melbourne, and I'm really excited to do that. I feel like a really evolved artist. In my journey, this is a remarkable moment. I get to see other films being screened. I have a sit down with Rajiv Masan, and we'll be talking about my journey, the importance of performance and, you know, diversity. And it's just a really, I feel honored to be here.
Welcome to Melbourne, and it was nice catching up with you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just can you tell hey, this is Nora, keep it watching.
Keep it watching.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Nora. Keep it watching.